Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This episode 7 of season 6. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. Last episode, really interesting ending. You know, it's got me excited for today. And it was Noah. He was sat downstairs. He was reading what looked like a medical file. His wife come over. He quickly shut it. She asked him like what he's doing. He's like, nah, it's nothing. But I have been thinking, and somebody should actually write a story or a book or a report on how your medical miracle, mate. How you survived dementia. How you're back here normal, like nothing's ever happened to you. She was like, wow, you know, this is not the conversation that I thought I'd be having when I come over, but I'm really tired. I'm going to go up to bed. Are you coming? He said, yeah, I'll be up in a couple of minutes. And he did actually go upstairs. And as he was walking down the corridor, he seen the wallpaper that Lydia started to peel. He was also intrigued himself. I don't know if he heard voices or whatever, but he started peeling it more until there was a big, massive, obviously, chunk that had come out the wall. He was looking right into it. His face was all shocked. We didn't know what he seen, but he might have seen something from where Styles was, and the episode ended. So I'm excited to obviously see what he actually saw. Also, we had obviously Lydia, Malia and Scott. They tried to find Kanan. You know, Styles told them to go there. They found it. Lydia transitioned through a mirror and went to Kanan in the past, and she seen that the Ghost Riders come and absolutely destroyed it and took everyone. Now, what's really interesting is one woman didn't get taken, and she was still there in the present. She ended up explaining to them that that's what they do. They come in, they destroy everything, and you know, because Lydia's a Banshee, she'll be left behind. You know, they won't take her. And you should just be left devastated and leave you lonely. It's really interesting, obviously, that Styles sent him to that location. I thought it was really interesting. I was going to say Hayden and Liam as well. They was looking for a way to try and capture one of the Ghost Riders. They've come up with a plan, obviously, to capture one. They need to figure out a way to absorb like a lightning strike. They said that you know, they was going to try and steal some supplies from the school to create like a, what is it, like a lightning rod where it can obviously absorb the energy or something. And the teacher was there as well, who we know is a bad guy. They all kind of like work together and come up with the situation that they can't do it and he can't afford to do it, but either Kira or Theo can. Now, Kira's away with Skinwalkers, so the next best option is to resurrect Theo. And they done that as well, mate. They got the sword, they put it in the ground, Theo come out of it. Really interesting. We ended the episode, obviously, with Theo stood in Scott's. Scott come in, he was fuming to see Theo, but not as mad as Malia, whose eyes obviously turned blue. She started growling. It looked like she's about to run at him before, obviously, we cut the scene. So I'm really excited, obviously, to see him, to see what, obviously, Noah saw, and obviously to see if Styles is coming back into the present. So thanks for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 7 of season 6 of Teen Wolf. Sounds like Theo. Oh, he's being called. Interesting, mate. Oh, look at this, mate. That's his sister, isn't it? Yo, do you reckon he's just like living a nightmare over and over again? Why can't he attack her when she comes to him?
You don't have to stop.
Technically, he deserves it though, innit, mate? Right, that was really interesting. We had literally just a whole start of Theo reliving a nightmare over and over and over again. When he did come back last episode, he said, mate, anything is better than going back to the place that he's just been. And do you know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of, say, like Lucifer, so to speak, or Happy Death Day or anything like that. Do you know, like where you just live in the same day over and over and over again, and he's just living his hell in there. Literally, it's just like hell on loop.
Okay, you don't have to stop.
Trust me, I won't.
Enough! The Dread Doctors knew all about the Wild Hunt.
He could help us.
If Theo tries anything, we'll send him back to the Skinwalkers.
He goes back. Now. Liam's the one with the sword.
Shut up!
Can you give me a second alone with Thea?
Why?
So I can kill him.
You don't trust me? I don't trust him. He got into your head, and you tried to kill me. This might be a mistake, but you don't know that yet. And you made mistakes when you're learning to be an alpha.
I'm actually on Liam's side on here. It's just the unknown territory. It could work, it could not. Who knows?
I can put you back in the ground anytime.
We also need a transformer that can handle 5 billion joules of electricity. I know where to find one.
We're really gonna do this. Trust him.
You got a better idea?
I've got an idea. It may not be better, but at least it's not him.
Oh, he's gone for it, mate. Look at that. He's took down the whole wall.
Did you know about this room? How is it sealed off?
The previous owners probably did it. People do crazy things.
What if this means we had a son? Claudia, this could be the proof we were looking for.
There are so many simple explanations for why this is here. You're making yourself crazy. I think we should just leave it alone.
You couldn't leave it alone. You'd be well intrigued, wouldn't you?
Can't.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it's not crazy, is it? When you know about the supernaturals, you know, she's saying there, do you think that it's crazy that, I don't know, we had a son that we forgot? How could we do that? Kind of like she was saying. And you're not intrigued? Well, no. But it's like, yeah, but you could, though. You live in a whole supernatural world. You know about, obviously, like, the Dread Doctors and werewolves and banshees and all these stuff, yeah? So, obviously, you go in the Wild Hunt. I'm sure they must know the Wild Hunt as well. Or did he know? You know, as Perry's told them, because he knows him. You know, I don't actually know if Noah knows him.
I told you where the transformer is. Told you how it works. I don't need to be there when it all blows up.
It's not going to blow up. You took a risk. We took a risk. But it was the right thing to do. I believe in you.
You guys want me to leave you alone? That's right. I can't.
You did it.
Of course we did it. This thing can transmute the energy from a lightning bolt. Even successive strikes.
We put a lightning rod on the roof and connected it to that conduit cable, drawing the Ghost Riders to that spot.
How do we get him in the cage?
We have to lure him in. I'll be on the roof to take down the rod.
But we'll be on the lookout for any other Ghost Riders.
It's a proper squad effort, mate, innit? Sounds pretty decent, to be fair.
I think it's the best idea that we have right now.
Pretty sick idea, that, to be honest. I like it. Really good. Mason's really smart. I say it all the time. But that is a proper squad effort, mate. So, is Hayden going to be alright or not? That's a question, you know. She seems to think that she'd be able to get in and out, maybe, without even getting hurt. But who knows? She'll have to be the only one in that room, you know, because if there's more of him, he might just decide to go for someone else, isn't it? So, you know, you're risking it all, but it did sound like a good plan, to be fair.
It's Peter. I don't need to say goodbyes. I need you to fix him so we can find out what he knows about the Wild Hunt.
Your father is a ruthless con man who always has a devious plan to hurt everyone around him.
I have a plan. I don't know if it's devious.
At least it's a plan.
Never trust Peter, but we love him.
I think they put that there to protect me.
Yo, that looks well
Glad
bad.
to see you're obeying hospital protocols.
She helps you. You help me.
That's a bit open-ended. What if I don't agree to your conditions?
I leave you for dead.
Oh, that was murder. Who did we see shed the skin at this season? We've seen someone else do it. Yo, the teacher shed his skin, didn't he?
Still thinking about how to prove the Riemann hypothesis?
I'm thinking about a dead kid I met in Canaan. His mom conjured him to fill the void she felt after the wild hunt passed through Canaan. What if Sheriff Stalinsky is filling a void? What if he's filling it with Claudia? So many things don't make sense. She had a fatal disease, but then she's fine. You should have seen the look on her face when I peeled back the wallpaper. Like she was protecting a secret. What if Claudia being here is preventing him from remembering style?
Oh, that's a good conversation, this. Oh, right. Okay, there's two gates. Nearly messed that up, didn't they? Yeah, well done. Shoot him, Scott. See what happens. They said that he can't get out of it, though. Nothing in, nothing out. Yeah, it worked.
It worked. We did it. Yeah, we did.
Yo, was the plan not trap him in there, Corey, D-rod, the lightning rod or whatever it was, and they turned the power off? No, like, they've managed to successfully get him in there at a struggle, mate. Scott was well slow at shutting that gate, you know. Liam come, boom, locked it straight away. Scott was like slow motion. Literally, like, he nearly got him. And Theo come in and obviously helped, you know, showing that he's kind of being part of the team. I don't understand why they've not took the rod away and they've not turned the power off me. He's locked in there, showing that he can't get out. But, you know, he might be calling more of his mates in.
You knew about it, didn't you? God, it was on the blueprints. It was here when we moved in. That was 18 years ago.
Oh, she's remembering.
I don't understand how you knew this was here. If you want to discuss the possibility that I had a son, I'm listening.
Yeah, innit, mate. Telling her about Claudia.
We'll let you out if you tell us how to get our friends back.
Look, we've got him trapped. He can't get out. We just have to figure out how to communicate with him. Nothing's gonna scare this thing. Look at him. It's a walking corpse.
Something's wrong. Why do you stop trying to get out? Corey made the Ghost Rider visible at the party. Another one showed up.
We have to figure out how to talk to him or else get the hell out of here.
He's over there.
How did you know?
How did you know? There's a refraction of light around your silhouette that I can always see.
They can't get him to talk.
Parrish, remember how I thought that the Ghost Riders were scared of him?
Oh, they're talking.
I think that he was actually trying to communicate.
That's interesting. Does Parrish have to be the Hellhound so he can listen?
Lenore conjured up her dead son?
She was the only one left. He was real. He was there. She was there when everybody was taken, but she didn't want to believe it. She wanted to believe in her son.
You think Claudia is not real? She's a flesh and blood woman.
She was real.
Everything else here is just speculation, conjecture.
She can see all this shit she needs to tell him, man. Look. Can she touch it? Like, can she bring it into reality? Do you know what I mean?
You don't see anything.
Because he don't see it. He don't see it.
I see a deeply disturbed young woman. Why do you care so much if I remember him?
Because you loved him.
What's just happened? Has he got it? Oh, he had to touch it. I don't know. Oh, that's just happened to me. All I know is that somehow they've got me like well invested in Lydia and Styles. Slowly, mate. It was you know, because I've always said, mate, season 1 and 2 was hardcore wanting them to be together. I was, and obviously we had Jackson, and I obviously had all this other stuff, and it just didn't happen. And then Malia come in, and I really loved them together. But because we've had a big absence now of like a Malia and Styles seen together as a couple, it's kind of like in my head. It's been pushed to the back now, you know. Like at first it was like I still seen them as a couple, and I was like, I jump into Lydia, like, you know, I really like them two together. But it's been so long that they've not been together that like I'm all hooked now on the Styles and Lydia one. Do you know what I mean? It's just because he's showing so much concern. Obviously Malia's showing concern for him, but in a different way. You know, Malia's kind of showing concern as a friend way now, where like Lydia's kind of showing concern as a girlfriend way. And I don't know, they've done really good anyway, kind of like swinging me around to be like well invested back into Lydia and Styles.
Ask him how we get everyone back.
Tell us how we get everyone back.
He said Hellhound. Take the next left, cut over to the highway.
I'm not leaving without Styles.
So very loyal, Malia, and that is an overrated quality.
Supernatural rift, Malia. It's not the Golden Gate Bridge. I doubt we could even see it, let alone get through. You try and save Styles, he's gonna die the same way. Humans can't get through.
And we'll find another way to get him out.
You have no self-preservation. How are you, my daughter?
I mean, if no human could get out, go inside, Scott, Malia, Liam, Hayden, bite him, turn him, bring him back. Do you know what I mean? If that's an option, might be the last option, but still an option, mate.
We are the wild hunt. We hunt forever. Those who hunt with us hunt forever.
Do you want something from us? There must be something you want.
There is only the hunt. No one resists.
I'll never stop until we get everyone back.
That's interesting how they can control Parrish, isn't it, mate? Literally, really interesting.
He's not coming back. He was hunted. He got caught.
You risked your life to bring us his keys.
I risked my life to escape the hunt, not to reunite sentimental teenagers. Do you hear that?
How do you think it's going?
I bet it's working.
I bet it's working. She's well optimistic. Need to break eye contact. Yeah. That was interesting. Back down again. Oh, teacher.
Maybe you should tell them who you really are. Hauptmann.
Wow, that was really interesting, mate. So obviously, Theo remembers who he is. Did you just call him Hauptmann? I don't know, mate, but the guys there, they must know that he's supernatural. If they return back to that hut or whatever, which clearly they're not far from, they literally only push Parrish out the door. They got to see him, and there's got to be no other explanation. Nothing would be justifiable to say, "Oh, I was just here," "Oh, I was just passing." Do you know what I mean? Like literally, you would know that he knows way more than he's letting on.
It's them?
Yeah. And judging by the sound, we don't have a lot of time.
For what?
For you to run.
Oh, he does. He looks concerned. Yeah, good. Oh.
Break the barrier. It's been a long time.
I'd just shut it if I was him. I'd just lock them both in there.
Don't follow me.
Don't follow me. He's killed him. Look, he's head, whatever's in his head as well. Yo, this is massive though compared to everyone else's. Well, that's well interesting. Look, they're off now. They know that he's not there to be saved. Has Theo left as well? No, he's still there.
What did you do?
It was Mr. Douglas. He ate his brain.
Mr. Douglas ate his pineal gland.
Oh, he's took his whip. Scott's got his gun though. You know, they've got a gun, he's got a whip.
Mr. Douglas?
Yo, that's interesting. I mean, what's interesting is his eyes have changed. Now, I don't know why that he wants to join the Wild Hunt. Maybe, you know, they said that the people that join us hunt forever, something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could join us, you could be part of the hunt. That's kind of what he was saying when he was in the cage anyway. But why does this Mr. Douglas, like, what is he on about, mate? You know, like, why is he eating these, what's it called? The pineal gland or something? Mad. Guy's going around scranning it. Everyone else is tiny like this. That guy's massive like that. And obviously he loves it. He's just ate it, robbed the whip, gone there, took Corey. Now he's obviously not dead. He's gone to it. I still don't know what the place is. Is it Limbo? What side? I'm just going to call it the other side. He's gone to the other side where Styles is. Now, Styles is going to remember him. And Corey will remember Styles, which is decent. Do you know what I mean? There's two of them there. Peter, you know, he done whatever he could to save Malia, really. He got respected, you know. And there are many times where he's put himself first. She thought that he was trying to get off me. But he was willing to sacrifice himself again for his daughter, which I actually really like. He might feel like he's a badass now, you know, that he turned away and they were scared of him. That's something that Peter would think. But obviously they know that their friend has just been killed and there's no reason for them to come after him now because he's gone. But one thing that we do have to remember is a whip that can transfer people to the other side and a gun that could transfer people to the other side have now been handed in possession of two different people. Scott and his pack have got one, and Mr. Douglas has got the whip, and obviously he's just used it, and his eyes are no longer red. They are, I don't know what you call them, green, turquoise, whatever's, mate. They change. So I wonder if he can flip between both of them. That's interesting. And then obviously, you know, the Styles and Noah go in and finding his bedroom, and then Lydia come in and trying to tell him that his wife's not real. And that obviously he's trying to fill a void because obviously it's Styles that he's trying to fill and she died. And obviously now he's not kind of believing it. And then she's seeing his stuff and then she got it and he couldn't see it. And then she threw the t-shirt and then he caught it. And it's like, don't know what's going on there, but again, really interesting, you know. I enjoyed this episode. I think it's been very, very intriguing, the story. That's what it is, mate. It's not high-paced action. It's very interesting. You know, it's getting your mind working, getting you thinking, and keeping you guessing, and I'm enjoying it. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for checking out the channel today. So, like I said, really interesting, you know. Noah actually found a door. You know, it wasn't Styles, or it wasn't other people from the other side. And it was interesting actually because when Lydia leant against the wall in that same corridor, Styles was leaning against the wall in in that room, and he was kind of back to back. But then obviously he's peeled the door back. He's peeled the wallpaper back. He's found the door. He's gone in. He's found the bedroom. Now Claudia, she's reluctant to even acknowledge that there's a possibility that her son is her son. Maybe because she knows that she's actually dead and she's here now filling the void. She's been conjured by him. She might know that, and obviously she's trying to deter everything away from that becoming, you know, like common knowledge, which will send her back to where she was, or that she just doesn't believe in it at all. You know, she was saying about supernaturals and stuff. How am I supposed to believe that I've had a son and we both forgot? When in terms of, for her, that might make sense, but for Noah, when he knows all this supernatural stuff's going on, unless he's forgot it, you know, he should be more like believable. You know, he should more be understanding of that being a possibility. Now, I like how Lydia went over. She's seeing all this stuff in his rooms coming back. His board, his desk, his bed. You know, she's found his chair, had his jersey on. She's picked it up. She can feel it. He can't see it. Then he's like, why do you care so much if I remember him, mate? Because you loved him, you know, and I loved him too. She didn't say that, but she was insinuating it. And she threw it to him, and he actually caught it in what we seen anyway. But like his vision of Lydia holding it, he couldn't see it. Then she threw it, and he held it. And so really interesting. Obviously, like I said, Thingy's back, Peter. He's shed his skin, kind of, after being injected by the 9 herbs. And he's actually helped Malia. You know, he's gone to the site where he come through, like, the realm, and obviously it left a burnt mark on the ground. And while they're there, the Ghost Riders have come. He told Malia to flee. He stood there to try and fight them themselves. They had a good plan, yeah. Capture him, you know, use the lightning rod, bring it here, take it in the cage, lock him in, and question him. Parrish couldn't understand him. They said something about the Hellhound. They also said that whoever like walks with us, stays with us, you know, they ride and they join the hunt. And then obviously the teachers come in, you know. He's pushed Phil to the side. He's gone in. He's had a fight with him. He's killed him. He's at his gland. He's took his whip. He's gone after Cora, and you know, boom, evaporated me. I wonder if everybody remembers him or forgets him. I'm assuming that they're all going to forget him now, and it's going to be interesting. I wonder if somehow Mason remembers, because he said his only power is locating him. He said something like, didn't he? The only power that I've got is that I can locate you by seeing your little things around. So it'd be really, really interesting and clever if they do somehow remember Cora by using Mason. It's going to be really interesting. But I'm enjoying it. Like I said, this season's keeping me guessing. I'm excited. You know, how is Styles getting back from the other side? That is a massive question that I can't wait to find out. And what's going to happen when you know, he is remembered and Noah does believe it and he's no longer conjuring his wife? Where does she go? Does she just disappear into thin air? It's going to be exciting stuff, mate, and I can't wait to find out. So hopefully you guys do enjoy today's episode. If you did, please smash a like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.